I'm FICIX Chairman Antti, and I would like to thank everyone for participating in the event. And we would also like to thank event organizers and volunteers and other sponsors. This time we choose this Hotelli Vantaa as the venue where this event has not been held before. We traditionally offer a sauna to guests at the event, and finding a large sauna facilities was a bit of a challenge. But luckily we found this place. The sauna facilities are designed for 40 people, so they are a bit small, but I think everyone interested can fit in there. So I hope the facilities serve the event well. Next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Some words about physics. Physics is very familiar to most of you, but here is a summary of what we are today. We are a non-profit organization. We have 5 sites. Currently we have 64 customers, and the number of members is growing well. Our peak traffic record is almost 500 gigs. This is working. Okay, thanks. Is it now better? Yeah, I think. Okay. We decided on new price list this morning, and here it is. The price list will take effect from the beginning of the next year. The only change was that we reduced the price of 400G port by 50%. You can join FICIX from 5 different sites by ordering a port or through our resellers with virtual connection from any location. Yeah, that was a short introduction of FICIX, and I will hand over the presentation to my colleague William, who will present FICIX platform update.
Yeah, nicer to hold anything in my hand. So I'll give a very quick presentation on FICIX platform upgrade. We did a couple of months ago. The old platform had the life cycle coming to an end. Was it 6 years, 7 years running with the old platform?
Something like that, yeah.
And there wasn't any possibility to do 400G ports in that one, and yeah, just needed to upgrade. And the drivers, of course, were the life cycle and the 400G ports, but also to still keep the cost effectiveness, to keep the pricing, as you just saw on this slide, that we have the lowest prices in Europe. I think someone looked up, it was the second or only 2 cheaper 400G ports in the world at the moment. So with that in thought, we put out our RFQ. We specified what we need to have as a minimum in the platform to get it running. It's we have pretty basic demands for what we need to do. It's pretty much a layer 2, flat layer 2 network that connects the customers together. And we got a few offers on the RFQ and a selected service provider. These were of course bundled so that we have a selected service provider and also the hardware from the same service provider, so that we don't choose a service provider first, and then we choose a hardware that cannot be operated by that service provider. So they are bundled a little bit like hand in hand. So the best offer for the service provider was by Cinia, and for the hardware we selected Nokia's 7220 data center fabric switches, and the models at this time was the IXR D5 to provide the 400 gigs and 100 gigs ports, and then the D2L for providing 10 gig ports. We had a kind of a pressure on the timetable because the old service provider and the old agreement with the service provider was running out during the summer, so we actually continued it a bit to gain some time. And we planned the migration during September and set the date for or 2 dates for the FICIX 1 platform and then for the FICIX 2 platform. And with very good planning and very good performing from Cinia, I'd like to say very thanks to the Cinia team, Miro especially here in the audience as well. We successfully did the migration with no errors whatsoever. I think it took a few hours only from start to end for FICIX 1, and then we let it run for a week, and we didn't tend to have any problems, so then we moved on to do the FICIX 2 after that one. It also went very smoothly. So thank you for good work on that one. This is the topology of the service platform today. On left-hand side we have the FICIX 1 platform with the main site in Innopoli and a remote site in Telia HDC. And on the right-hand side we have FICIX 2 main site in Pasila, Digita premises, and then we have the remote site at Equinix HE7. And as you can see, previously we had one box solution at each site, but now we have a multiple box solution, like you could say a poor man's data center fabric kind of setup. All links are redundant, and also the boxes are redundant, so we don't have a single point of failure. If some box goes down or need to have a software upgrade or something, then it doesn't break everything. So only the ones connected to that platform itself. And with this change, we also gave up the offering of 1 gig ports. We now offer 10 gigs as the smallest speed, and also 100 gigs and 400 gig ports at all sites. And this is also very scalable, so it's just to more or less add a switch into the fabric, and then you have more ports. So it's very, very scalable in that sense. So we have no single point of failure in the setup, and it's based on EVP and VXLAN for the transporting and signaling, and all links are redundant, and all links are also load balancing, so we can easily add more capacity if we need. We have a few services. We have the peering VLANs and the old peering VLAN for V6, which we are trying to get rid of. I encourage you all to try and get rid of that if you are still connected to that, you know. And we also have the private VLANs that are separate services as well. New for this one is we introduced also a sandbox VRF. So when we have new customers, we connect them first to a sandbox VRF to check that everything is okay and connectivity is okay, and then we move them to the real peering VLAN afterwards. One thing we also decided to go for, that we don't have any MAC learning in this VRF. Instead we have disabled MAC learning, and also only add static MAC addresses to the ports based on what the customer MAC address is. And then we discard all unknown MAC address traffic. So it's a kind of same way to do filtering, but it's more not so flexible way, which is a good thing in the sense of security. And going forward with this one, what we want to achieve, what we can be working on, it's simple to, as I said, to expand and add more nodes. It's just to add it and do some configuration, and we have more ports. New thing we also have in place in the nodes is IP filters, so we are able to drop BGP sessions over the nodes, let's say we need to do a software upgrade in one of the nodes, then we can drop the BGP traffic, so the BGP protocol drops down, and in that sense we avoid to be waiting for the BGP to time out, and we avoid the black holing of traffic during the maintenance. Otherwise, customers would themselves need to drop the BGP sessions, and that's always more coordinating. With these nodes, we also have a possibility to do streaming telemetry. We can get real-time data from pretty much everything that the switches knows and does. So that's something that we're looking into, how to make use of that information going forward, so we can have better statistics and so on. One thing that I would like to make a discussion about, we can talk in the sauna later about it. It can be a very good discussion or a very heavy discussion, is BFD. Now when we have multiple nodes in the topology, that means if one node goes down or a port in one node goes down, the other nodes doesn't know anything about that, which means that we have to rely on BGP timers to time out before the BGP sessions drop. But utilizing BFD, we can get that much quicker. So this is something that I encourage you all to agree with each other to set up BFD sessions over the IXS as well. It's good for the society in the end. But with this new platform, I think we have gained a very good cost effectiveness, as you saw on the pricing. We have unlimited possibilities to do more automations and more easy on the adding new customers and changing MAC addresses and so on. We can move to a more or less self-service kind of way if we want to do that as well. But this is more or less what I had to present on this. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, or we can talk about it later as well.
I might have a question, if I may.
So who was here?
Thank you. Timur Persinauer from Reton. Do you have support, or do you plan to support direct VLANs between members of FICIX?
Yeah,
So like multiple VLANs?
Yeah, we have that already. You can have a private VLAN set up between two ports.
Is it free of charge, or it's some additional service?
Yeah, was it a very small one-time cost to set it up?
Okay, nice. Thanks.
And they can be on different sites, or do they have to be on the same site?
They need to be within the same site. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
Yeah, Kautohuopio, NCC Finland. I don't know if you are willing to comment anything about the incident related to the FICIX 2 changeover, where you had a bit of a downtime there. What was root cause?
I will be kind of diplomatic here and say it's still under investigation.
Any other questions?
We have figured out the root cause, and it has been reproduced in the lab environment, but it's still in the hardware vendor's R&D team for investigation what actually happened.
Any other questions?
During this FICIX 2 incident, it was actually really interesting to follow up the movement of traffic flows. Where did the traffic go when FICIX 2 had an issue? And from my point, it seems that a lot of that went into Stockholm. But it was actually it was a really interesting experience from just an observer point of view to see how the ecosystem moves in this kind of a situation. Just a comment.
Yeah, the incident was regarding one of the nodes in the FICIX2 main sites. So customers connected to that node especially were affected. Other ones were not. So customers who are connected to both FICIX1 or FICIX2, or who, yeah, so their traffic should have gone over to FICIX1. But I know many. That's something up to the operators themselves to look over their routing policies. But basically, it should have moved to FICIX1 if they were present there as well.
I guess that's it.
Yep. Thank you.
So give them a big hand.